Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is the Sexy Cigar Lounge, and I am your host at JW King, aka JJ. And I do have my dog Brent in the house. What up, Brent?
Hey, what's up, man? What was is it Monday? Yeah. Happy Monday to everybody. Let's start the week off. We've been in the clubhouse space on and off today. Been having a lot of laughs. I'm telling y'all, if y'all haven't tuned in to our clubhouse space during the day, you will love it. We're a big family. We'll welcome you in. But when you tune into that, it's gonna only make you want to tune in to the channel more and subscribe to the Six Cigar Lounge on all social media platforms. So yeah, JJ, I'm ready to get at it, man.
For sure, man. Hey, man. And if you guys haven't already, you know what I'm saying, go back and watch these drunk champs Fridays, man. You know what I'm saying. If you want a real good laugh and just a real good time, you know, seeing the guys, you know what I'm saying, have fun and joke around. Drunk Champ Fridays, man. That's what you need to be checking out. Uh Dr. Umar Johnson, man.
Yeah.
Man, this guy's a character, man. Man, he's a character, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
I decided I decided to do a show on him, man, just to, you know what I'm saying, you know, some of the stuff he talk about is ignorant as hell, bro. You know what I'm saying? What up?
Yeah.
What up, Goat? Uh, man, but I think people gonna laugh and they're gonna have fun with this one, man. I see people popping. I see people popping on right now. If you
Oh yeah.
guys haven't already, forward it on your Facebook page, man. And again, we're gonna do some video reactions to Dr. Umar Johnson, which is, man, the dude is funny as hell, bro.
Yeah, man.
You ever look at his stuff, Brent?
Yeah. I've been following Dr. Umar Johnson for a while
I knew I
on
knew
my
Go to like him.
IG, yeah, on my IG and other social media platforms. And I respect him as one of the leaders in the community. And I know some of his thoughts could be controversial. And look, we live in a social media era, so you bound to say something off the wall. So
Right.
yeah, I respect him for his position. I know he's Pan African, and yeah.
Yeah, man. So, uh, man, without further ado, man, let's go to the first video, man. Here we go.
Men date white girls because you don't value black women. And if you don't value black women, you also have very little self-esteem as a black man as well when it comes to race. You may have a lot of self-esteem athletically. You may have a lot of self-esteem economically. You may have a lot of self-esteem socially. You may have a lot of self-esteem academically. But when it comes to your Africanity, you have low self-esteem. If you believe that the black woman is less than the white woman, you also believe the black man is less than the white man. You can't have it both ways.
What you think about that, man? Floyd, what up, bro?
Man, I respect his pro black position when it comes to relationships. I do feel like who you choose to, marry shows something about where you stand politically, shows something about where you stand when it comes to being pro black. However, I'm not pro black when it comes
Right.
to relationships. You know what I mean? I'm like, you love who you love. If that person happens to be white,
Can you
or
be
any
pro
other.
black? Can you be pro black and marry a white woman?
I mean, I know at the end of Frederick Douglass stint, he married a white woman in his later years, and um, I th- I like to say I think you can. I think that you can marry someone who's not the same race as you and keep your position as where you want to spend money, where you want to invest money. You can even work in the community as an activist and mentor young boys or young women. You know what I mean? But I think that yeah, I understand many people will say you're not modeling what you stand for in your relationship. So I think that would be a challenge. But can you be pro black and be in an interracial relationship? I believe you can. I mean, I believe you can.
Uh, Drew Drew said no. The GOAT said Uh,
Mhm.
I don't know, man. Uh, I think I'm with you. I think I'm with you on this, Brent. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't think who you uh who you share the love with for the rest of your life, or your love interests have any, have anything to do with your movement. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just don't think that those two really play a part in who you are as an individual. I mean, yeah, it's tough, you know what I'm saying, because sisters are you know what I'm saying, top priority, but
Mhm.
I don't think that that plays a part in who you chose to love, you know what I'm saying? Um, that's a hard one
Right.
to really ponder on,
Yeah.
because are you selling out? You know what I'm saying? Are you considered a a sellout
Right.
if you know what I'm saying, date white? You know what I mean? I
Yeah, yeah,
mean,
JJ. Last week I heard a woman say, because we had a similar topic going on in the room, and she said, if you're biracial, she didn't consider you a part of the black community. And that one was a tough one for me to swallow because I'm like, damn, I'm like, because my grandma actually passes for a white woman. And I'm pretty sure down the road, like I've been studying my gynecology or whatever, and I'm pretty sure I had maybe a great grandpa that maybe been white. You know what I mean? And so on no way I could say I'm 100% black. You know what I mean? I think many of us fall in that category. You know what I mean? So, if a person has biracial kids, I would think that their kids would fall in, how can I say, in whatever culture they lend to. So if I think that in an interracial relationship, you know what I mean, where you have a black person and a white person together, whatever case, it's very important to what for the white person to respect the traditions, respect the culture, respect the plight of the black community, and I think it could work. Can a Christian marry a Muslim? You know what I mean, and still be a good Christian? I just look at it from that lens. I think if a person could marry someone who's not of their race and still be a promoter of their culture. And I mean that's where I stand on.
yeah, I kind of agree with that, man. But I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure a lot of people don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys didn't agree with it, you know what I'm saying, type it in the chat, man. Let us know what you think, man. You know, you know, it's just one of them things where if you for the people, you know what I'm saying, or you being a
Right.
sellout because you dating a white woman that that's neutral to everything. You feel what I'm saying? So That's kind of a hard one
Yeah.
to really think about. But let's go to video 2 right quick.
Last time you seen Chinese man buy some soul food? When is the last time you seen a Chinese man or woman in a black soul food restaurant? When is the last time? Because you are always in his restaurant. You are always in the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
What you think about it?
Man, I totally disagree with him.
You-
And this is why I disagree with him. I think anywhere there's a soul food restaurant, you're gonna see all different nationalities sitting up in there. Where I stay at Temple, shout out to the Soul Food family. That's the name of their restaurant. They open right in the mall. First day open, I'm in line. I see all different nationalities standing behind me. You know what I mean? Good food is good food. You know what I mean? I think what it is, JJ, we don't have enough privately owned black businesses out there for people to even, extend themselves to. Like we just don't have enough. So yeah.
man, man, we had this debate in the clubhouse room one time. It's about black people patron, you know, white people businesses and Chinese people businesses. But let's just be honest, bro. Black people foods be the same, bro, everywhere. I mean, fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, collard
Absolutely.
greens. You can't eat that shit every day. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You cannot eat that every day. And people that know me knows that I may eat um, soul food maybe once or
Yeah.
twice a year. That's it. Like I don't like it like that no more. I don't eat it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was younger, uh, we 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 just had it so much. You know what I'm saying? So now, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. Some chicken fried rice,
Right. JJ,
shrimp fried
you
rice,
think we don't have
can't beat that.
my bad, JJ, but you feel like we don't have enough variety in restaurant type of restaurants? Like whatever type of restaurant we open is gonna be unhealthy. A wing spot, a soul food spot,
Bro,
a turkey leg spot is gonna be something that we
man,
should eat.
one thing about Chinese people, bro, we always gotta understand. They gon' they gonna prosper in the hood, bro.
Yeah.
Because they gonna give you exactly what it is you want. They gonna give you some sweet ass sweet tea,
Right,
the sweetest of the sweetest. They gonna give you some chicken wings because they know you like
right.
that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna cook you no cornbread and all this stuff, but they gonna give you fried rice. Black people love fried rice. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And this is
yeah.
how it
They
is.
have crawfish and everything on their catfish. They have all that stuff on their buffets most of the time.
All of it,
Yeah.
bro.
They even had
You know what I'm
peach
saying?
cobbler, I think.
I mean, man, but that's just real
Yeah,
though. Like, I mean, you really don't see Chinese people in in soul food
right.
restaurants. You
Yeah,
really
we
don't.
don't.
I mean, where I'm from, I mean, I can promise you, and I don't go to the soul food spots around here. I really don't go to the soul food spots, but when I have visited them, I've never seen a Chinese
Yeah,
person. White people
right,
definitely.
right, right.
Chinese people,
Maybe some Latinos. Yeah.
and then let's just be honest. I don't think Chinese people understand the food.
Right, right.
You know, because you go to these little rinky dink uh, buffets that they have. You know, they had the buffet, the China buffet. You know, they got maybe 5 or 6 uh, Chinese items, but everything else is
Yeah,
Americanized.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You ever
Yeah,
notice that?
I noticed that, JJ. And to Dr. Umar's point, I mean, I think he was very strategic by using the Asian community. I believe the Asian community is socialized in a way where um they don't tend to extend too far out the cultural foods. You know what I mean? And if you know, I think that's for a reason. You know what I mean? I think the Asian community, they tend to have strict diets. They tend to not allow their self to reach that obese point, and I think they understand,
They eat a lot of
right, a
veggies.
lot of veggies.
They eat a lot of veggies and a lot of raw
Right,
foods.
right,
Like I said, I don't think they understand the
right,
food. You feel
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Uh, and I mean, that's you know, let's just watch this video one more time.
Last time you seen Chinese man buy some soul food? When is the last time you seen a Chinese man or woman in a black soul food restaurant? When is the last time? Because you are always in his restaurant. You are always in the Chinese restaurant.
So I got a question. The goat laughing. I got a question about that. Is it that we patron different cultural foods because it's just different for us to eat? You feel what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
I mean, let's just be honest. When a seafood spot come to town, everybody going to the seafood spot.
right, right,
When an Asian spot with a sushi spot coming to town, everybody going there because they are seeing something different.
right.
And I think that that's what it all boils down to is
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna say something that might be controversial, JJ, but I think that you tend to become socialized to the foods of your social class. You know what I mean? I could even say for myself, when I didn't make a whole lot of money and being from a family that didn't have a whole lot of money, you know what I mean? We ate certain foods and we ate those foods all the time. But as I start to climb up the social ladder, you know what I mean, into the middle class, and I haven't even touched the elitists yet, but in the middle, I would say the middle class, I start to eat different. I start to pay attention to more of the food chart. How much greens I should be eating, how much protein I should be eating. I start paying attention to that more. So I would go as far as to say, because we have a huge population of people in the lower class, we it's they're not, I hate to say it, but not educated to the point to eat healthy. You know what I mean? And extend themselves out to healthier food.
Let's just be
Yeah.
honest, Brent. Let's just be honest. Chinese people give you a bunch of food
Yeah.
for the cheap price.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You, you can feed 3 people with a plate of Chinese
Absolutely.
food. So that's why they
Yeah.
prosper. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? They prosper like that, bro. And that's probably the reason why they, you know, be everywhere, probably everywhere, because they don't care where they, what I'm saying, put a
And
restaurant
and,
at.
and just,
The gas
you can even,
station, they be on the side of the gas station.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
And JJ,
mean,
we can even say that what's the cheapest thing that you could find in the grocery store that'll probably fill you up? You know,
chicken,
well, cheaper than that. A cup of ramen noodles. You know what I mean? Like if you
right?
can't afford anything else in the grocery store, you got $1. that you spend on a couple of ramen noodles, and that's an Asian food. I mean, the packaging and everything is Asian. So yeah,
Black people love noodles, man.
absolutely. I mean, they're cheap. They're easy. Yeah,
Love noodles. They love
right.
chicken. And Chinese people got them all.
In
They got sweet and
in
sour
in
chicken.
abundance.
They got General Soul
Yeah,
chicken. They got sesame
kung
chicken.
pao.
They got,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, that's what it is, man. So, Dr. Umar, you know, that's that's part of the reason why, Dr.
yeah,
Umar. You know what I'm saying? But if you notice now, if everybody notice now, look who's opening up chicken wing
yeah,
spots.
yeah.
Asians, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Asians are opening up chicken wing spots now. You know why? Because they know you Negroes is going to come by every Friday, Saturday
Yeah,
night. Hey, you ever heard of a franchise called American Deli?
yeah.
Bro, they got about 20 of them
Right.
here, bro.
And JJ, I was just thinking if a black family or a black person was to open a sandwich shop, what would be their, would they be able to get business on that? And I know of one sandwich shop in Houston. I'm not gonna say their name because I don't want to give them any bad publicity. But every sandwich that they sell is grilled. You know what I mean? And it has all type of sauces on it, meats and everything. It's good. You know what I mean? But it's not that healthy. So
Right, right.
yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, so to go saying American daily is a shit. But I'm just wondering if black people are open, sandwich shops and vegan shops and maybe even smoothie shops, would they do successful in the black community, you know, in
Right.
our side of town, would they do good? I don't know.
Yeah. Uh, man, let's go to this other video, man.
Stop hoeing around all through your 20s. Stop hoeing around all through your 30s. You give your 20s to the street Negroes. You give your 30s to the pretty boys. They use you up, dog you out. Now you're in your 40s and nobody's jumping to marry your ass. And so now you're saying it ain't no good black men. No, no, no. There's plenty of good black men. The problem is you gave your best years to men who didn't deserve it. The problem is you gave your best years to men who didn't deserve it. And now you see your biological clock is ticking and your beauty clock. See, you got a biological clock, how long you can have those babies, and you got a beauty clock, how long you gonna be looking good. A biological clock, how long you gonna have them babies, and a beauty clock, how long you gonna be looking good. And guess what? When you hit those 40s, don't get me wrong, black don't crack, but everybody declines.
Ooh, God,
What you think about that, man?
man. You know what? I agree with certain points of that, and I wouldn't agree unless I started to travel. When I started to travel and seeing other cultures, seeing the African culture, seeing Arabic culture, seeing Asian cultures, one thing I realized we're one of the only cultures who think the 20s and maybe even the 30s should be dedicated to wasteful, playing around, jiving, doing whatever you want to. We're the only one that we're to me one of the only communities who kind of like buy. I ain't gonna say one of them because I think everyone in the West does, but I think we're the community that kind of like really promotes that. Live out your 20s, have fun in your 20s. You know what I mean? And a lot of that time is taken for granted, and when a person hits their 30s and 40s, they don't know where time went. You know what I mean? And they don't have much to show for the time. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it's I think we're the only ones who promote that. And I think it's to our detriment. I think that it's the sooner a young adult could start accepting responsibilities that come with life, even having a family and stuff like that, I think better for them. I think they'll have a
Yeah,
better life. But
yeah,
we're the only ones who say, "Hey, your 20s should be drinking, parties, smoking, doing whatever you want to, and maybe in your 30s you sober up, And some people feel like when they're in their 30s they're still young, you know what I mean? And let's let that time, you know, I have most of my regrets for decisions I made in my 20s. And yeah,
well, we also got to understand, bro, that we were super
right,
immature, and during the time that we were 20, we didn't have access to all the things that these kids
right,
have now. Uh, but these kids are growing up a little bit
yeah,
faster now, and they are learning more about life
quicker, yeah,
earlier than we did, because we started learning about life, bro, once we moved out of our mom
right,
house. You know what I'm saying? And we had to learn as as life, you know what I'm saying, taught
right,
us. These kids, these kids see it now on TV. You know what I'm saying? On social media, on the internet, and and they're learning quicker about life. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, that's that's what we have to, you know what I'm saying, deal with. You know, as you know, this is what I see with my daughter. You know what I'm saying, in her 20s, and you know, they think they know everything at
yeah,
this age. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I mean, he's not lying. A lot of people in their 20s, especially women, you know what I'm saying, they do go for the dudes that you
not
know
best suited,
gonna dog them out. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So I mean, let's just see this one more time.
Stop hoeing around all through your 20s. Stop hoeing around all through your 30s. You give your 20s to the street Negroes. You give your 30s to the pretty boys. They use you up, dog you out. Now you're in your 40s and nobody's jumping to marry your ass. And so now you're saying it ain't no good black men. No, no, no. There's plenty of good black men. The problem is you gave your best years to men who didn't deserve it. The problem is you gave your best years to men who didn't deserve it. And now you see your biological clock is ticking and your beauty clock. See, you got a biological clock, how long you can have those babies, and you got a beauty clock, how long you gonna be looking good. A biological clock, how long you gonna have them babies, and a beauty clock, how long you gonna be looking good. And guess what? When you hit those 40s, don't get me wrong, black don't crack, but everybody declines.
yeah. Yeah, man.
But
I think yeah, I think Dr. Umar said it in a very harsh way, but I think that the youth really needs to hear that, because like I said, I've seen other cultures, and like the Indian culture, they're sending their kids over here to get educated and sending them right back, and they got a wife or a husband waiting on them. You know what I mean? And they're joining families, and they're really pushing their generations forward in a very positive way. So I think one of the messages that the youth are, has right now is that, you know what, your 20s is for wasted. Party them away, and get start to get straight when you get hit your when you get in your 30s. And about that time is sometimes it's too late. I seen Kodiak Joan as he.
Kodiak, what's up, man? Oh my God, bro.
We can't really hear you, Kodiak.
Oh my God, bro. We're gonna keep on moving on, man.
Yeah.
Uh, let, let's go to the next video right
Yeah.
quick, Brett.
And get the white women that other white men genuinely do not want. You don't
Interesting.
get the top of the line white women. You don't. You get leftovers. Look at most of our celebrities. They did not marry women who came from the richest white families. Black money and white money don't behave the same. New black money will jump on any poor white girl and make her a billionaire, Tiger Woods. Rich white money doesn't operate that way, you see.
I want to ask you something, Dr. Umar. For you, have you ever seen an interracial relationship that was acceptable to you?
No interracial relationship is acceptable because we have too many black women who are unmarried. Black women are the largest population on the planet Earth. If you can't find one in America, get it from Africa. If you can't get it from Africa, go to the Caribbean, go to Canada, go to Europe. Why would a black man need to copulate, build a family with anything other than a black woman when you have so many black women available? It is an exercise in self-hatred. There's no way to get around it.
And discover she's got a rap sheet of over 100.
Had old Karen watching that.
What you think about that, man?
Man, I think Dr. Umar is a little too black for me, because I think what ends up happening is we don't tend to, like, a lot of people don't have the resources to lead their communities, lead their cities, lead their states to find women. You know what I mean? A lot of people just have access to the women around him. If one of them happened to be white, if one of them happened to give him the time of day and go out on a date with him and get to know him and marry him or whatever the case may be, that's, to me, that's as simple as it is. You know what I mean? And um, I don't know. Kodiak, you got something on that, or
Kodiak,
nah? You can't really hear him.
bro. We can't hear him, bro. Uh,
JJ, in your mind, do you feel a lot of black women between the ages of 20 and 40? You know what I mean? Do you think they're open to marriage in today's world?
black
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 women.
women.
You think they
Yeah,
are collectively?
yeah. I think they are. A lot of them are probably probably
Right.
misled by social media and their friends and you know things of that nature. But for the most part, when those when those women get in their 30s, bro, I think they be ready to be
Well, my,
married.
my thing is, JJ, because I hear Dr. Umar's sentiment on that, and I'm like, I think the first thing you have to have in a situation like that is women who are open to get married. You know what I mean? And if they're open to get married, now we got a problem. Now the men got to get on board. But just from the what I get from social media, what I see on TV and other places, I just don't know how, if collectively, if the sisters are open to getting married in 2023. You know what I mean? I hear most of them say, living my life, you know, stay F boy free, hot girl summer. I see a lot of them, I don't know. It's just they don't seem like they're open to marriage. But that's just my vantage point.
Yeah. Um, I think a lot of, like I said, bro, it's a lot of immaturity. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of these young women, bro, they get these friends that weren't raised right. You know what I'm saying? They get around them and pick up these bad habits, bro, and forget what to focus on. And you know, let's just look at this one more time.
And get the white women that other white men genuinely do not want. You
Interesting.
don't get the top of the line white women. You don't. You get leftovers. Look at most of our celebrities. They did not marry women who came from the richest white families. Black money and white money don't behave the same. New black money will jump on any poor white girl and make her a billionaire, Tiger Woods. Rich white money doesn't operate that way, you see.
I want to ask you something, Dr. Umar. For you, have you ever seen an interracial relationship that was acceptable to you?
No interracial relationship is acceptable because we have too many black women who are unmarried. Black women are the largest population on the planet Earth. If you can't find one in America, get it from Africa. If you can't get it from Africa, go to the Caribbean, go to Canada, go to Europe. Why would a black man need to copulate, build a family with anything other than a black woman when you have so many black women available? It is an exercise in self-hatred. There's no way to get around it.
And discover she's got a rap sheet of over 100.
Yeah, and JJ, I go back to my point. Are there
Uh huh.
enough sisters that's open to marriage? Because what Dr. Umar was talking about, getting them from Africa, getting them from Caribbeans and the Caribbean places like that, people ain't got resources like that for that. People are trying to marry people in their city, in their neighborhoods. You know what I mean? And I think the
Right.
problem becomes, are those, because a guy gonna marry a woman he has access to, a woman who's giving him the time of day, a woman who's
Right.
trying to build with him. That's who a guy's gonna marry. You know what I mean? And if it's a sister, that's who he's gonna marry. If it's a white woman, that's who he's gonna marry. You know what I mean? So my question
Right.
becomes: are there enough sisters that's open to marriage and putting themselves in positions to get married? I don't know.
What you think about this, Kodiak?
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about Dr. Umar, right? I think he's just going off of what the great late Kevin Samuels is saying, because he was hating on the dude from before. You know what I'm saying? But now he's just taking all his talking points and trying to bring it to the forefront. Yeah, it's just lame to me.
So what you think about this video right here,
I ain't
Kodiak?
really see it because I was.
Stop hoeing around all through your 20s. Stop hoeing around all through your 30s. You give your 20s to the street Negroes. You give your 30s to the pretty boys. They use you up, dog you out. Now you're in your 40s and nobody's jumping to marry your ass. And so now you're saying it ain't no good black men. No, no, no. There's plenty of good black men. The problem is you gave your best years to men who didn't deserve it. The problem is you gave your best years to men who didn't deserve it. And now you see your biological clock is ticking and your beauty clock. See, you got a biological clock, how long you can have those babies, and you got a beauty clock, how long you gonna be looking good. A biological clock, how long you gonna have them babies, and a beauty clock, how long you gonna be looking good. And guess what? When you hit those 40s, don't get me wrong, black don't crack, but everybody declines.
Kevin Samuels saying the same thing clearly.
Do you agree with the point though, Kodiak?
Um,
Let, let me touch on this first thing. Let me touch on this first thing that he said, bro, and, because I think we had a couple of a couple of shows about this. Let me touch on this right quick.
Stop hoeing around all through your 20s. Stop hoeing around all through your 30s. You give your 20s to the street Negroes. You give your 30s to the pretty boys. They use you up, dog you out. Now you're in your 40s and nobody's jumping to marry your ass. And so now you're saying it ain't no good black men. No, no, no. There's plenty of good black men. The problem is you gave your best years to men who didn't deserve it. The problem is you gave.
I don't
right
think
there.
women hold for 20 years, man. That's basically what he's saying. From 20 to 40, you hold it. I don't agree with that. I don't think women do that.
I don't either. Um,
I think when babies,
but
when
but
I think when babies come
but
into this,
go
when
ahead.
babies get involved, whether it's two, three, you know what I'm saying, in different fathers, or I think that's a reason more to try and find somebody to really settle down with, or what I'm saying, to be with, if someone is willing to take that spot. That's how I feel, and it is guys out there that will do that.
Can I ask Kodiak a question? JJ, a personal question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kodiak, I mean, you done made certain things about your life public. You know what I mean? Starting with who your wife is. Is your wife a black woman?
No, she not.
Do you how can I say, do damn, I don't want to get too personal, but like what made you want to get married to someone outside your race?
And like I was saying today, I found someone who liked it me.
And
Okay, I
see,
went, and that
And that's not many,
she
bro.
was into me. See, when
right.
you chase,
And that's not many, bro.
huh?
I'll tell him Brent, and that's not
and,
many.
and, and that's what I think the root,
You mess
and
with
that's what
Kodiak,
I think
man.
the but JJ, you're right. But I think that's the root of the problem. You get what I'm saying? Because
You keep chasing these guys, these women around that you want, and they probably not into you like that.
this is what I'm saying, Kodiak. A man is gonna marry someone he has access to, and someone who's open to getting married. You get what I'm saying? That's who a man's gonna marry. Man, we can't go out there and pick any woman that want to marry. Hey, you want to go on a date? You want? Oh no, you don't want to go. You don't want to go. Okay, I'm gonna take you on a date, and we're gonna go on a date, and we're gonna see where it goes from there. You married who you had access to. You married who gave you the time. You married
Uh
who was
huh.
willing to build with you. You married that person. So once again, I feel like the root, like I'm down. I agree with y'all. I don't think black women are collectively hoeing through their 20s and 30s. You know what I mean?
I
But
don't think
I
so.
do wonder if many of them are open to getting married. You know what I mean? Like at some point in their life, and their point in life can't be when they're 60 years old. So I'm just that's what I ponder with. You know, because I think you hit the nail on the head, Kodak. You said you married someone who liked you,
Right?
someone
She was into me.
who was willing to go down that road with you.
Hmm.
Are there,
Sure
you know,
enough.
I just wonder if there's enough women in the community that's open to that idea.
And I also think that women should approach men that they like. I think a lot of women just wait around for a man to approach them. There are ways to getting a man attention, and like I said, you got to find someone that's into you and stop chasing the ones that you're into that that don't give you the time, because a lot of times you use your money to get with those women. You know what I'm saying? And basically it's just a touch and go type of thing, right? So, you just trying to hit, thinking that if the sex is that good, she gonna hang around. But you used up all your dividends, your money, you know what I'm saying, to get that sex in play. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel.
I mean, Kodiak, but I'm just say this, bro. For a man that has access to any woman he wants to, sex is not the bargaining tool here.
Actually, it is, Jay. I think.
No, it's not,
Look,
bro.
if
Bro, anything. Hold on a second. I'm gonna just say this. Anything you can get easy, bro, is not a challenge, bro.
I agree with that too.
For some men, for some men, it's not about the sex. It's about who really down for them
JJ,
through
would you wait 3 months for some
through the
sex?
thick and the
Would you
thin.
wait 3 months if you dating a woman? Would you wait 3 months?
Bro, what does the 3 month
I'm
thing
just saying. Would
mean,
you hold out if
bro?
it's somebody?
I'm just
If
saying,
it's somebody you like,
what does the 3 month thing mean
okay.
though?
Even if it's
That's that Steve Harvey stuff you talking
no,
about.
no, no. I'm just giving an example. Even if it's 4 months, but you enter the woman that you are dating, would you wait 4 months to be with her?
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying to you. These guys, they want quicker results, JJ, and that's all I'm saying
but
to you,
but
bro.
see what this the thing about it. It ain't just them. See, people put too much emphasis on what the guy want, but it's the girls that spreading their legs too. What what I'm saying is, it got to be more than that. You feel what I'm saying? Because that right there becomes just a thing. And guess what? Both of them will be doing the same
Right.
thing. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying let's look at the other side of this whole situation.
Mhm.
You know, we we as a society put so much emphasis on sex.
Yeah.
That's the reason why love is so cookie cutter right now.
Absolutely.
I just think that a lot of people is not dating with a purpose. If you lay it on the line of what you want and you ready to settle down, I think a lot of people will not waste your time if you put that out there like that. That's how I feel. If you telling,
I mean, I agree, but at the same time, you know, uh, I guess exactly, Chrissy. Um, sex is a vessel, bro, to a lot of
Yeah.
issues. I
Look at
mean,
Travis Rudolph right now.
you know what I'm saying? Like people are forgetting that sex causes a lot of
Yeah.
issues, bro.
It complicates things.
And you got to really be a slut whore of a man and a slut whore of a woman to just do it without having any emotion behind it.
Yeah.
So if you're a person with any type of feeling, bro, you gonna catch feelings based off of the
Right.
sex. And now you think it's love when it's really not love that you're
Right.
dealing with. It's just the
Yeah.
intimacy. You just glad to have somebody you can just lay in the bed
Right.
with.
now that
You see what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. You're exactly
so
right.
so 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 as we get older,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And this is for the younger generation, because you will get older one day. You don't look at sex the same no more.
Absolutely.
No,
Because
you're right. So we talking about two
you
different
try to be
generations here,
calculated,
are we?
right? But that's what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like even when I was 20, meaningless sex was what I was having. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You get up, you go on work, and you don't talk to that person until the next time y'all ready to have
Yeah.
sex.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were okay with it. So now my mind is like, okay, all of these people are like this. I'm like this. I ain't got no care in the world
Right.
Mm.
until a baby come along.
Right.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Until all the issues that happen come along.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But you know, as we get older, again, I'm gonna go back to as we get older, we realize a lot of things are way more important, like our peace. And when we're in our 20s, we could deal with a bunch of drama. Like we had the patience to deal with it. You feel what I'm saying? So if you bringing issues into your life, you know, then that's a problem. So what I'm saying is, if you're 20, if you're in your 20s, 30s, like he said, you need to be looking at something more than just sex.
That's true.
What type of happiness is these people bringing you? You know, because there's a lot of women that are 40s that I know that done did a lot of things in their 20s, and now they're like, damn, you know what I'm
Where the
saying?
time go?
I just started, you know what I'm saying? I just started realizing how important I am now that I'm that I'm in my 30s and 40s. See what I'm
Right.
saying? Because when when things going on so fast, bro, you don't really sit down and just look around and be like, all right, you know, I need to I need to see what the hell going on around me.
JJ, let me ask you something. Do you think a
Mhm.
family structure have something to do with that for a lot of these women and or men?
Yes.
Man, bro, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. I used to think like that, bro. But this day and time, bro, and these people this day and time, bro, live off of what social media and they friends are doing. It ain't even about the family, bro. You can have a mom and dad that are loving, and you can be the biggest whore around.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because basically this generation is built off of clout and
Validation.
uh, attention. You know what I'm saying? Like they wanna like, you know, you can have a woman that's super fine, but still don't think that she good enough. And you can tell her how fine she is, and she still finds something about her that's a flaw. How can you fix that?
So
You can't
is
fix
Dr. Umar right? In your in just what from what you see, is
it.
he right?
I think he is. I mean, we just looked at DC Young Fly baby mama. Beautiful, beautiful woman.
Yep.
Movie over.
You know what I'm saying? And for what I know about them, you know what I'm saying? Like he treated her very well. I mean, they had a whole YouTube page, family stuff going on. I mean, but psychologically, these young women in their 20s, 30s, and some in their 40s are psychologically screwed up behind their looks. So now as the black man, you're fighting against looks, their friends, social media,
Right.
and everything. I'm not saying that the sister's not doing that, but unfortunately, we don't have a sister on stage to speak up for their side. So I'm just going with what I know and what I see. But this is what's going on, Cody,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know, and me having a daughter in her 20s, you know, I mean, the motivation is attention. That's the motivation, attention. So you get somebody like me trying to tell her girl, why you so worried about, you know, this right here when these things are important? Now you looking like the bitter old man.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But
I
Yeah,
mean,
I totally agree, man. I think attention now is worth more than money. You know, if you look at where people place their time
it's
and their
currency.
effort, I think attention is now worth more than money. So
It is a
yeah.
currency. I mean, I don't know, brothers. You know, I think Dr. Umar had had a lot of points in his videos. I think he is a nut, a real live
Yeah.
nut. But at the same time, it is interesting about his perspective on interracial marriages and a lot of these things. I
Hey JJ,
mean,
can I add one other thing that
yes, sir.
and see Dr. Umar, he made it this whole thing about, there's enough black women for every black man who wants to get married. But I don't think Dr. Umar realizes we're in one of the to me, this is one of the hardest times ever in history for men to approach women. You know what I mean? You got you got the whole Me Too movement. You have a lot of things that I know were done in good cause, but now they're having a backlash to them that's causing men to hesitate, causing men to not even put up a fight. You know what I mean? I mean, I hate to say, a lot of guys are probably just content with sitting at home watching porn all damn day after work. You know what I mean? And next day repeat. You know what I mean? They're not even putting themselves out there to approach women in the supermarket, to approach women at the mall, to approach women wherever they go. You know what I mean? Because it's such a how can I say it? I hate to say it, but I think women just in general are there's something that they get off from when it comes to rejection. You know what I mean? It's like they find I don't know. It's like for sport. How many guys can I reject? You know what I mean? Girl, look at all these guys in my inbox. Look at that. Do you see what that goofy came up to me? Didn't know what to say. So I don't think guys are allowed the not even to practice anymore of like putting themselves in the game and trying to meet a woman and date her and court her and marry. I think it now is more difficult than it ever had, ever has been. So, I just
I
want to
see.
throw that out there.
I see.
Hey,
Chrissy
hey,
had a question in the chat.
yeah, yeah, that's what I wanted to jump to. Chris had a chat, a question. Do y'all think people confuse attention with love?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Very
think
much
people
so.
su- I think people substitute attention with love. You know what I mean?
And I think if they don't get and this is real serious, fellas. If they don't get the attention that they feel that they want, they feel like it's not love no more. Damn good question, Christy. Um, I think that people really um, feel like eh, if you're not giving me the type of attention that I require, then that means that the love is not there. You feel me? Um, I wish Chris was on the show so she could explain why she asked that question.
Yeah, I definitely think it was a good one. But I think love is I think we use attention as substitute for love. I think a lot of
Man,
people would rather receive, validation from 1,000 people that they don't know than one person who really loves them. You know.
yeah, because man, you can tell the attention seekers, bro. I mean, bro, they got so many social media outlets out here,
Yeah.
bro, that people try to. I mean, it's like it's like that oxygen, bro.
Right.
You know, if you can't, man, I had a girl tell me one time. I was young, and she said, "Just look at me and tell me that I look good." I said, "What the?" I was like, "What?"
JJ, I seen this statistic the other day, and it was from a dating app. Bumble, and it said that women are rejecting guys 70% of the time. So that's 7 out of every 10 guys a woman is rejecting. 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I just found that pretty interesting as in where we're at. You know what I mean? I think it's getting harder and harder for the average man to get a date, to find a woman that's generally interested in him and explore the opportunity of a relationship. I think it's becoming harder and harder to do with everything that's going on.
And I'm gonna say this, bro. If you just and let's see what Christian said. I couldn't come to but I agree. People would rather 1,000 people praise them than one person who truly love them and be honest with them even when they're wrong. Hey, Chrissy, I wish you would have came on the show, Chrissy. That is the truth, bro.
Yeah.
She ain't lying.
Yeah, she's not lying, bro. You know, I mean, bro, like, bro. I mean, I totally agree. I totally agree, man.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, bro, when a person is a attention seeker, bro, no matter how much one person could praise them, they gonna forget all that shit if you don't praise them that one time that they want you to praise them,
What we
bro.
say attention is a drug, right? And I think Pete, it's
Yeah,
a you can get
just
addicted
like
to it.
heroin.
Yeah.
It's just like heroin, bro.
Mm.
Jay Z made a song about it. It's called I don't forget the name of it, but he made a song about it on that American Gangster soundtrack. You know, you think you're talking about dope, but he's talking about a woman's attention. Well, not just a woman, but a man too.
Yeah.
You know, but man, we came to our hour, man. Kodiak, you need to keep your settings right there,
Yeah.
Kodiak.
We enjoyed your commentary, Kodiak, when we were
Okay,
able to get
guys.
it. Yeah.
I'm trying my best.
Man, Jay Lance said, "I'd rather have a
That's a
piece of
good one.
mind than mind in pieces."
Right,
That's
right.
facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
I mean, I tell y'all this, bro. I done started therapy, right? And I mean, I tell people that and they don't believe me, but yeah, I started therapy. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
great.
And bro, and guess what? It's a lot of things, bro, that I don't I don't want to do no more, bro. And let's just go back and forth with people about how I feel. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you I'm with you and or I love you or you know how I feel about something, you know, if you got to keep
Yeah, you
on
got.
court,
Yeah, you got. You got to take my word for it. If I'm telling you.
yeah, if you don't, I mean, bro, it's not about me being easy to check out, but at the same time, bro, I want a peace of
Right.
mind. I ain't got time to be wrestling with your mind. You know what I'm
A
Yeah.
lot
saying?
of a lot of
It's
women
crazy.
want reassurance all the time. I think if I'm showing it is one thing, but if I'm telling you, if I'm really looking you in your eye and I'm telling you, please believe it.
Yeah. And shit, man. And some people aren't just vocal with that
That's right.
stuff. My dad is not vocal with
His action shows,
his,
Jay.
yeah, but his actions are
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But, but this damn time, man, they want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an oxygen, bro.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're just not built like that to just be vocal about it all the time, then, bro, you gotta look at a person's action, man or woman. And that's one of the things that I think people have lost touch in is realizing what love is and what uh peace is. You know what I'm saying? And Jay Lance said a real woman should be a peace of mind, bro. I always bring up my mom and dad on here, bro. They've been they've been married like 49 years,
God
bro.
damn.
And they done been through the trenches with
Of
each other, bro.
course.
Hey, my mama ain't never
Right.
left. My dad ain't never left. But this day and time, bro, people just aren't built
And
like that, man.
I think Chrissy pointed out something as well, and I think it's something for us men to consider. You gotta also be the peace that you want to have. You know what I mean? You gotta create an environment for
So
peace. You know what I mean? For it to exist. If you doing a bunch of things to cause confusement and contention, I mean, that's what you got expected to come up at some point. So, we gotta create the environment for peace to exist and allow that woman to come in and give
yes,
it
sir.
to us.
Yes, sir. That woman
Yeah.
or man. But man, hey man, I think this was a good show, man. Uh Kodiak, what you got, man?
Um, I'm just happy.
For
I'm
last
just
week.
happy that I got my sound start working, and um,
Sounds clear,
yeah, I was
man.
laying in the bed, man, and you popped up on my Facebook page with this live. So I was like, you know what? Let me go downstairs and hop on and just show some love. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, men just need to be mindful on what you're looking for and who's into you. Same thing with women. You know what I'm saying? That guy that's into you, give him a shot. Stop, get him out the fucking friend zone and see what he got to offer. You know what I'm saying? Stop chasing what you want because, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Because these people you're chasing and you think that you want, most
Yeah.
likely it ain't it.
Yeah.
Right. What you got, Brent?
Man, I reiterate that, I think Dr. Umar is one of the leaders in the community. And I think a lot of his advice, although controversial, is sometimes needed. And, I don't prescribe to being a Pan African, but I do understand his ideas. I understand his ideas on relationship. I understand I understand the challenges he say that our men and women are presented with. And I appreciate Dr. Umar because at least he's willing to have the conversation that many won't. Um, and I'm with Kodiak, man. Like, if we gonna start building black families again, I think our women have to be open to marriage. I think our men have to have the courage to create those relationships and just start building families again. You know what I mean? And I hope that's our future. I hope we're able to come to some agreement there. But yeah, man, great show, man. Appreciate you having me on. I'm here regardless, the rain, sleet, or snow. So yeah, um, that's all I got, JJ. Follow Sexy Cigar Lounge on all social media platforms.
Pretty much,
Yes, sir, man. Man, I appreciate y'all fellas you know what I'm saying, taking y'all time out, you know what I'm saying, to come on here tonight, bro. We gotta keep on giving the people, you know what I'm saying, what they want, man. And what they want is for us to be live, bro. So we're gonna keep on trying to, you know what I'm saying, flip this thing around, make it bring some more visual in with you know videos and stuff, bro. And we just keep on climbing that mountain, man. So I appreciate y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying, coming on. I appreciate everybody for watching.
Absolutely.
Make sure y'all share the show and peace out.